Good evening. We have Ron Marder here from the other side of Atlantic Ocean, a well-known person in ecotourism circles and the owner of Planeta.com. How would you introduce you about yourself just in a few words? What is your work actually, Ron?
That's a darn good question, Ivar, and great to chat with you. I see myself as a journalist, as a photographer, as a facilitator, a catalyst, somebody who kind of brings people working in tourism and ecotourism to understanding how better to communicate. And I've been kind of focusing on that ever since I created Planeta.com back in 1994. It was the very first website specifically focusing on ecotourism. And in the past 15 years, we've kind of embraced responsible travel and the local tourism movement. And again, with the idea of bringing people who actually practice good tourism to understanding better how to communicate what they have to the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm. Here at the moment we have to announce about one online workshop. We call it the European Web 2.0 workshop. What it is about, how it gonna work?
Well, what we're going to do is take 2 weeks at the end of July to work with participants in Europe and anywhere else in the world, focusing on Web 2.0 channels, starting with Flickr and Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and Wiki. Certainly taking advantage of systems like Screener and other wonderful tools. But again, with the idea of how to use these communication channels to amplify the message and create to get in touch with new audiences. Instead of using the same old direct mail or a big expensive catalog, let's use the web and tell people around the world what we're offering.
But Ron, why it is so important for ecotourism businesses, for small mom and dad companies to take care of all these tools? Why it is so important?
Well, I think for any small operator, the internet levels the playing field. You know, if you have to compete and spend a great amount of money at a big trade show or preparing a catalog, you know, it's going to limits who can actually participate. Since ecotourism and responsible travel are manned by a number of small mom and pop operations, you know, frankly, they don't have the money to compete with the largest of the largest operators. Now, if they use the web effectively, they can get their message across to their destination audiences, to their target audiences, you know, either free or at an incredible bargain. The question is getting these people up to speed. And for those people who are over 40 or over 50, a lot of this Web 2.0 chat, like Twitter or Wiki or Facebook, just kind of goes over their head. And they're really not sure how to make it apply to their business. So what we've done is we've taken a two-week window, and we're going to say, we'll work with you hands-on and get you prepared. So hopefully we'll be able to resume the workshop in Estonia at your wonderful conference.
Yeah, so just to conclude, what do you think, if you should choose 2 or 3 Web 2.0 tools, what are the most effective? What do you think, what is your personal favorite?
To be honest, and I talked to a lot of people about this, individual operators are going to have to choose what they have the time for and figure out what they want to do. But the question is, how do you bring these things together? If you can just use Flickr and Twitter, that's great. You know, you figure out, again, how do these things intersect? If you can use Wiki, Flickr, Twitter, YouTube, again, you figure out how they intersect. The biggest problem I've seen for the over 40 generation is they don't know how to do this. They don't know how to make these things connect. And again, it goes back to that old model where, you know, we have my website, you have your website, and they're kind of like islands in the stream. What we have to figure out is how to connect them. And that's all about improving the relationships we have with each other.
So, thank you, Ron, and well, we meet again on an online workshop in a couple of weeks. Bye.
Excellent, excellent.